part 2 on this series on Glogster, we're going to look at using different types of text elements on your glog. Now we've already created a glog and we've changed the background. Your glog may come with some elements on it that you don't necessarily want, and we have one here, but we can get rid of those elements if we don't want them. So click on the element and you'll see the editing toolbar with the pink trash can. We want to go ahead and click that icon and that will delete the element from the page. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the different types of text. Remember, your tools are magnetic. You can show them when you want to, and you can hide them when you don't want to see them. So we want to show our tools, and we're going to look at text. You'll notice that you have 3 different types of text to choose from. You have bubbles, and bubbles are just that. They're speech bubbles, good for a small amount of text. You also have stickers, and stickers are good for large amounts of text. So you can see here you're going to have all of this space in order to be able to explain something. And titles are good for single lines of text, which you can see here. So they're for just that, for titles. Alright, let's go ahead and find a title that we want to work with, and you want to try and maybe find something that matches your background or your topic. I like this title here, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to click Use It. You can see that was added to our glog. I'm going to close out of the text tool, and I'm going to hide my tools because I don't need them right now. So scroll down on your page. You may have to find your tool, your text that you just added, and let's move this up to the top. So to move a text item, you just simply click on it and drag it to the new position. And we'll go ahead and put it right at the top. You'll notice that you have some arrows around the outside edge of your text. You can resize the text by clicking on the corner handles, and you can also rotate the text by clicking on the side handles. Alright, we don't really want this to say post to yourself, so we're going to need to edit the text. So let's go ahead and click the edit button. And the first thing we'll do is go ahead and type our new title. Since we're doing a glog about rocks, one type of rocks is sedimentary. So I'm going to go ahead and change the title to that. Now we can do some different things with the font. So if we click the AB1 button, we're going to be able to choose a different type of font. And you can see there are a variety. And in order to see what that font is going to look like, you are going to have to click on it, and it will show you what that font looks like. You will notice that you can change the alignment. You can make things bold and italicize, and here's where you can change the size. You can also change the color to make it match your background if you want to. That's what I'm going to change for my font, so I'm going to go ahead and click Apply. Now that I've changed the font, I can also change the background of the graphic itself. So I want to click the colors here, and maybe I think a yellow would be better on my background, so I'm going to change that background to yellow, and I'll click Apply. The FX will allow you to change some effects. For example, the shadow. So you can add a shadow if you want to, or you can increase the angle of the shadow. I'm not going to make any changes there, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. And this link tool we'll come back and look at in a minute. Alright, so I'm done making the changes to my title, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And here you can see that my title has been changed. Now, let's say I want to use the same style for all of the titles I plan to put on my glog. I could go back and call up the text tool, find that same title style, make the change to the font and the color that I did, or Glogster actually gives you a clone tool which will allow you to create an exact replica of what you just did. So click on your title to get the editing toolbar back, and the clone tool are these 2 squares right here. Go ahead and click that. And now you can see that I have an exact replica of what I just created. So I don't have to go back in and change the font and the title and the size every time. I can simply use the clone tool to make an exact replica. Now I don't want 2 sedimentary rock titles, so I am going to need to go in and edit sedimentary, and another type of rocks is metamorphic. So I'll change this one to metamorphic, and I'll click OK. Now, one of the editing tools that we didn't look at in the title was creating a link. So let's say I want to make this a link to a website. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I'm going to go back into my editing tools, and I'm going to click the link. And here it tells me to copy the address from the browser and paste it above. And I have a website loaded here about rock cycles, types of rocks. So I'm going to go ahead and copy, and I'm going to go back to Glogster, and I'm going to paste my link. And then I'll click Apply. And as always, you make a change, you need to be sure that you click Save. Now, not much has changed here, so in order to see the change that we just did, we are going to have to click on Preview. This will display the glog as others will see it, and you can see here when I hover over metamorphic rocks, nothing happens. But when I go over sedimentary rocks, it draws a circle around that, and it gives me the pointing finger that tells me that this is a link. So when I click on that, it will open up the interactive rock cycle website that we just linked it to. Now, when we're done previewing it, we want to click back to edit. All of the titles work the same way. All of the text elements work the same way. So if you want to use a sticker, you can go ahead and call up the sticker, use it. You're going to get the same editing toolbar, and you can move it just like we moved the other one. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can edit the text. So all of the text elements work the same, whether it's a bubble, a sticker, or a title.